Welcome to the presentation on the Data Visualization Group project. Presenting a quantitative and a qualitative analysis on the Indian education system, for which we have used certain data sources. The first one is the annual status of education report, and the DICE system, which is the District Information System for Education. So let us move to the first slide. There has been a marked improvement in the Indian education system with a steady growth in the number of schools, the number of teachers in the private and government schools, and also the student enrollments, whether they are male or female students. If you look into the graph here, which shows the percentage growth in the number of government and private schools, we can see that all these years the percentage growth has been positive, which means the number of schools have increased steadily. At the same time, if we also see the student and classroom ratio for primary and upper primary levels, we can see that there is a marked improvement in the overall the student classroom ratio. Another parameter is the percentage growth in the government and private school teachers. So here also we can see that all the percentages are in positive, which means there has been a positive change or a growth in the number of teachers. The same increase we can also see in the student enrollments. So the overall picture, what we're trying to depict here is there has been an improvement in the Indian education system. If we talk about the number of schools, number of students, and number of teachers, the student classroom ratio. Let us move on to the next slide. So if you look into this particular graph, wherein we are talking about the facilities of computers, whether there is an electricity in the classroom or not, are there midday meals which are provided in the school, is there an availability of drinking water in the school. So for all these parameters, we can see that since 2011 there has been an improvement in all these areas. One interesting thing which we can also see here is the total number of students who are repeating a class. So which means that starting 2008 and then if we look into 2014, there has been a marked decrease in the number of students who are repeating a class. The percentage of schools who are receiving the student development grant on the teacher learning material has also been steadily increasing from 70 to 83% during this period. The number of total school management committees has increased from 491k to over 1000k in 2014. But when we analyze the data for the quality of education over the same period, we got a different picture. So this particular graph, we are discussing the qualitative analysis of the Indian education system. Now in terms of the arithmetic skills, again there are two parameters depicted here. The blue bars, it shows that the student can divide numbers, and the orange one is if a student is not able to identify between the 5 different given numbers. So the interesting thing what we have noticed here is the number of students who are not able to identify the numbers have been steadily increasing in last 5 or 6 years, and at the same time the number of students who can perform the division correctly has been decreasing steadily. Similarly, if we look at the reading skill level of enrolled children, so as we can see, the number of students who cannot identify, this is increasing every year, and at the same time we can also see there is a decline in the number of students who can read a full story. Let us look into the next steps which can be taken to improve the situation. As a step towards improvement in this direction, there is a dire need of attention from the state education ministers, from the district level education officers, to focus on improving the quality of the education. And one of the way to achieve this is through the online or virtual teaching platforms, where teacher in far or distant locations can impart quality education to the students in their existing schools or in using their existing infrastructure.